What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Civilization 5 community AI-only battle. There is plenty of stuff going on right now, all over the world right now. South America, it's seen Brazil finally grab some cities in these last few episodes. I think they're going to be okay to hold on to them. Don't see too many Incan melee units around. It's a shame, the Incans were doing so well. Now they've really been pushed back. They're still pretty strong, so they'll be a force for anyone to deal with into the late game. Brazil and Texas being the main ones. Texas are getting down here. I don't know whether they'll manage to take this or not, though. Polynesia are still around, surprisingly. Not sure how long Vietnam's going to keep them here, but they do look strong. Surprised they haven't gone after the Shoshone again for so long. Like, when you were doing it, it was bad and really bad to watch because you were just throwing troops at them wastefully. But, you know, now you can go again. Like, they're the complete opposite of the Sioux, who have been throwing stuff at them the whole time. Now, the Sioux could have done with taking a break, but you don't need to take a break forever. You can go again when you're ready for it. The Iroquois are still fighting this grueling war with the Sioux, which is going interestingly. The Sioux just exploded all over the tundra in those last sort of 50 turns or so, just settling everywhere. What are you up to? Moors, not too much. Europe is pretty quiet. Belgium seems to have survived Ethiopia for the most part. Things have calmed down in the east with Austria's taking of Moscow. India might still be at risk to the Huns, but I doubt it as this big force heads over. Ethiopia's in control of things over here, and yeah, Mali, Nigeria, and everyone's sort of calmed down a little bit. Most of Africa has been brought to peace. Of course, Vietnam are at war with Ethiopia. They should take the city of Axum. There's a mobile SAM here. A few people were concerned, but I'm sure it's going to be fine. Obviously, this is a major war between our two biggest powers, so it's interesting. Vietnam is looking for anything they can find. I doubt they'll send this stuff to the coast of Ethiopia, and even if these are just frigates, I'm sure there's enough here to at least halt an invasion of mainland Africa. And yeah, okay, maybe not. Maybe they are going to go after Ethiopia. There's a nuke going on that carrier. There we go, Vietnam grabbing another one of the Indonesian islands. They are very strong down here. Samoa, gonna find it difficult. They better be ready, Samoa, because it's coming soon. Of course, Ethiopia do not have New Zealand. Australia here, and they have a plane now, so good job, Australia, but they're not doing too much. Korea are still around. Babylon are trading with Vietnam. Smart move. Smart move. Am I right? I think Mongolia is at war with somebody, but they can't get to them. That was something big. I feel like someone got a load of wars declared on them at the end of the last episode, but obviously it's not that big, or we'd be witnessing them die right now. Okay, computer. Just, oh, what the heck was that noise? Okay, that was weird. How are things looking? Yeah, I'm just sort of focusing on this. This is like the biggest chunk of units in the world right now. But Ethiopia are quieting down. I think they're probably going to have to move stuff towards this east coast, because it looks like Vietnam are actually interested in sending stuff over here. Who would have thought? And it is Ethiopia's turn. No surprises there. Taking 37 years to complete. Just don't mind them. Turn 358. We've got about 40 to go, I would expect. Hopefully. We aim to make it all the way through. Fingers crossed. We haven't had any crashes. I shouldn't say this. Big fingers crossed. Touch wood. We haven't had any crashes yet. We haven't had any problems loading the game up. Should be okay. Because that Africa game was so disappointing when it just wouldn't even open for me. I was like, damn it, okay. I mean, we still actually, to be fair, we got like a proper finish out of it. Maybe a few turns earlier than we wanted, but we got like the whole ending. I got it to work just the one more time. And then I just did everything on like one day. It was a very long day. I remember it like it was probably not yesterday, but a few days ago. Actually, it probably wasn't that long ago, to be fair. It was probably, what, February? Maybe? I don't know. Not that long ago. Is my submarine is still just about safe? I say safe. If Samoa get a submarine in the Atlantic, I'm screwed. But it's still there for now. Oh, Texas did take this. I wasn't expecting that to happen so quickly. The Ranger snuck in. I assume that must be a melee unit. Because, a melee unit? Of course it's a melee unit. Yeah, horseback cavalry unit. Because if not, they wouldn't have been able to get here so quickly. That's pretty big for Texas, and that is sad for the Incans. 4 cities to go. And obviously the Brazilians are still trying. Obviously Cusco's not going to fall. Neither is this city. Probably neither of these two. Brazil is sort of as far at the end of the road. But Texas, if they build up an air force, I mean they have one. It's over here. Okay, it is being used. Never mind. They could just move it over here now. So the Incans do too, which causes some issues. And Vietnam have a privateer here. Just having a look at what's going on. Just having a little look around. Come on, Mali. You know you want to do something. Surely. So point out, if anything comes from this, not that I expect it to, there's a lot of submarines in there, which are basically like the archaeologists of the sea, except they are slightly useful. A lot of paratroopers. Oh no. Okay, you messed up now, Vietnam. You see, the one mistake you made is India's still here. And they just entered the atomic era. So yeah, we're going to see some nukes. Going Vietnam's way, I imagine, from Gandhi. No surprises if that was to happen. Mongolia, you just chilling here? I mean, I don't really know what Mongolia can do at this point. They can't. There's no way they could fight the Huns or Vietnam. Korea is tough as well. They could probably go after this Indian city and then just accept that this is all they're going to be and hope their borders one day fill everything up and look kind of cool. I mean, it's bigger than modern day Mongolia, so you got to give them some credit. If that is credit worthy, maybe, I don't know. Okay, Ethiopia. I was going to say your move, but it's not quite your move yet. We're going to get a new war. Who's this? I believe Canberra and Tama. I think that's Burundi. Because I feel like Samoa is ahead of that, so it wouldn't be them. And that's the only other person I think it's between those two, so I think it's Burundi. And that was over quickly. Vietnam has peaced out with Ethiopia, and nothing else changed hands. That's good news. But it does mean Vietnam is now free to do whatever they want, and as their navy's in the Indian Ocean, I mean, you may as well do something with it. Also, Rhodesia just have a ton of planes so far away from anything useful. Not really sure what the purpose of that is. Come on, we got to see some new wars game. It's getting a bit dry. There's not too many wars going on right now that actually mean anything at all, which kind of sucks. The Incans peaced out with Babylon and Kilwa. That's definitely the peace deals the Incans needed in this desperate time. See, the Iroquois are trying to take the city, and they may be about to get a bit closer. It depends how strong these planes are. Wait, who is bombing the Polynesians? If this is just the Mapuche doing this, then I'm impressed. That is impressive that the Mapuche have done this. But no, someone must be at war with Polynesia. Did I miss something? They're probably at war with the Sioux as well. That wouldn't surprise me. Okay, Byzantium, you doing anything? Ooh, Celts v Kilwa. Just what we ordered. But more importantly, not really, but Samoa versus Kilwa. There's stuff here. There's not enough to take a city though. Realistically, 2 triplanes aren't going to be able to do enough damage to a city unless they send more. I mean, they have some more stuff in the vicinity, but again, it's all sort of melee. 1 artillery is not going to be enough. Yeah, I don't see Samoa taking Kilwa out anytime soon. Which is good news for some. Also, Argentina must be at war with the Sioux as well. They're just trying to sneak up here through the ice. I don't think this is going to be the most effective approach. Nigeria still clinging on. I say clinging on. They've never been threatened over here. Texas and the Iroquois have not once gone, yeah, this needs to not happen. And they've just been like, yeah, this is cool. Let's keep this here. So Nigeria are still around. One of the few civs to span 2 continents right now. I mean, Texas are very close to being... I don't know where the actual divide is, but I'll say here. Texas are very close to being in South America as well, but not many others. I guess the Moors technically are, because the Caribbean technically... Oh, the Moors are in 3. Africa, Europe, North America. Is anyone in more than 3? Ethiopia are in Africa and Europe and Oceania. That's 3. Vietnam are only in Asia, so there you go. You're not winning everything, Vietnam. Attila is technically in Africa, the Middle East, Asia as a continent, and Europe. Anyone else in more than one? Samoa in 2. I don't think there's anyone else significant. I think that's everyone. Polynesia? No, Hawaii isn't really in a continent, is it? It's like the one-off that's... It's the one island that you don't even consider to be like in a continent because it's just so far away. It can be its own. Even though it is part of the US, it is very far away compared to anything else. Yeah, I don't think anyone else is in more than one. So there you go. Just something interesting to think about. Upcoming set. Seriously, who on earth said embargo kill war? Like, what a waste of a thing. Like, who on earth was that petty? And why can't I... How have I completely forgotten how to access? Polynesia? Why? I mean, the Sioux are already embargoed, which, that's not so much of a surprise. A lot of people seem to not like the Sioux, but that was a bit weird. The Inca peaced out with Brazil. They didn't give anything away. Australia peaced out with the Incans. Brazil then declared war on Argentina with the help of Texas. This Brazilian-Texan alliance is not looking good for the rest of the New World civs, because they are really putting in some work here. In Argentina, not that Texas really matters, but in this case, but Brazil definitely look like they're going to take this pretty quickly. So they've got the planes, they've now got battleships, artillery. Argentina do have artillery, but they only have riflemen. And Brazil going to have, the superior air power. In fact, Argentina don't have any planes. Could see Brazil unifying, being that Brazil might be the first to unify their continent. I mean, it's going to be very difficult, but they could at least, if they get rid of Argentina, that's a big step. I don't think they'll ever get rid of the Incans, but they'll be the closest out of anybody. They'll probably stay that way forever. Don't see Texas doing much more in North America. They just seem to be happy as leaving like the Iroquois and Sioux to form Canada, Polynesia to be on their own on the west coast, and the Shoshone just to be a tribe in the mountains, basically. Celts are still here, surrounded by all these scary nations in Europe who are actually doing really well. The Moors, Belgium, obviously Austria is starting to catch up now as well. I mean, even the Soviets are doing better tech-wise than the Celts, so they can't be doing that great. Obviously losing Moscow is a big blow, though. It's kind of a big gain for Austria. It just looks gross, so I'm going to discard how important it is that they took that. Look at Attila, 231 pop cities. That's crazy. 23, 16, 11, another 16, 8, 11, 11. These have been, bear in mind, these have changed hands so many times. To both be at 11 is impressive. 5 down here as well, and he has planes everywhere. He's keeping an eye on everybody, Attila. And I'm going to be honest, I think he's in probably... If I was to give a top 5 right now, I mean, Vietnam would be first. If anyone's got a list without Vietnam in first, don't really know what you've been watching. They are pretty far ahead. They're like Ethiopia, but in terms of size, but in terms of strength, they're a hell of a lot stronger. Mali pieced out with India, doesn't matter. Second would be Ethiopia. Third and fourth would probably be a tie between Texas and the Huns. Texas aren't as strong as the Huns. Like, if it was 1v1, which wouldn't happen, obviously, the Huns would easily win. But Texas are just, like, in such a strong position compared to the people around them that it's a bit different. So I'd probably say the Huns third, Texas fourth. But again, not because Texas... I mean, Texas do have some tech advantages to the Huns, but the Huns look so much stronger. It's hard to compare, obviously. And then after that, I don't know who they would be. Burundi are probably there. Rhodesia. And I guess Nigeria, Mali, all these people. And then the Europeans as well are all pretty close. Polynesia probably not as close, just, again, because they're not in the best situation. They're between Texas and Vietnam. But that is going to be it for this episode. As always, if you have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. Be sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.